Hey guys, so today let's talk about how to start a successful bookkeeping business. My name is Bryce. Let me see. So I'm using a new thing today where I'm using my remarkable tablet pad. This tablet pad to kind of like make this video. So I'm kind of working out the kinks and just trying to make sure that I can work well for you. So I started my business started in 2015. So far. I've helped well into the 300s of people to start their business. Is that important for you? Because I know what I'm talking about, right? So sometimes like I see people like make YouTube videos and it's like I'm always asking myself like, why should I listen to you? Like how can you kind of help me? Like what is your experience? So I started my bookkeeping business back in 2015. It took me a little bit longer than what it should have to reach six figures. It took me about 15 months, gets like 16 grand a month in sales for like bookkeeping and CFO services. And for the longest time when I first got started, I didn't really know what I didn't know. So I didn't know what skill sets were needed to make my business succeed. But once I started learning, it's actually the third step inside of this video is like the thing that took me over to the six-figure mark. So once I discovered that third thing, then I was able to grow in a very consistent, very steady manner. Okay. So the number one thing you need, and also forgive my handwriting, I'm always trying to usually when I write on this thing, it's for myself. Number one, comfort with rejection. Okay. Now, this is rejection in so many different places. So when I think about business, it's rejection in sales, rejection in marketing, partnerships, banks, like almost every person is going to tell you no at some place in your career. All say no. So if you can't handle people not doing what you want them to do, also haters. Right? Like there's just so many different things. There's like haters, then sales are gonna face rejection, and in marketing you're gonna face rejection, and partnerships you're gonna face rejection. There's like just rejection everywhere, everywhere that you do. Advertising is gonna have rejection. So if you can't really get clear and get like comfortable with yourself, it's very hard for you to succeed in a business like this. Now, you could do this and get over this a couple different ways. You could learn to have thicker skin. So sometimes like people think like you're either born with this or you're not born with this. It's actually you can develop it. Now you can develop it by doing micro exposure. So most people, when they're getting started with like sales, you're only gonna, if you're doing this on your own, like you're probably only gonna have like 3 to 5 consultation calls a month maximum for most people, right? So it's not like you're doing this like when you're getting like 3 to 5 calls every single day. Like there was a point in my career where I was running ads, I was getting people left and right to do a consultation call with me. I was doing 5 to 7 consultation calls every single day. If you can't handle rejection at that point, like it's just crazy. It's just so many people are gonna say like no, maybe so, and it's like really bad. But when you're first getting started, you're going to have a little bit of a time, right? So it's like doing a little at a time, right? So that's the main thing when it comes to microscopes. Just doing a little bit of a time, just building up, just like going to the gym, just like at the gym, right? So whenever you think of like people at the gym, right, it's usually some person, and they don't start out lifting like the biggest weights ever, right? So everyone thinks that you just like lift the biggest weights ever. That's not really how it starts off, right? No. First you do 5 pound weights. Then you go to 10, then you go to 20, then you go to 30, and you just keep building up and up and up, right? Builds up. And if you can do that over a long enough period of time, you're going to have a much larger and larger muscle, and you're going to be able to really handle the pressures that the stimulus that the you're going to be able to handle the pressure the weight is causing on your body, and you're not going to break, right? You're not going to break. That's the biggest thing when it comes to this. Like if you can really avoid the initial, I'm not going to be able to do this. I can't do this. No one's going to want to work with me. No one's going to want to hire me. I don't know why I'm like pushing through this. No one's going to like if you can push through that and really go, then you're going to be able to grow the business. That's step number one. And how to really start the business, really become comfortable with rejection by doing things over and over again. It's making the post and getting the rejection. It's going to the partner, asking to give you referrals. They tell you no or not today or I'm busy. It's going and talking to the potential client. The potential client ghosts you. That's not the problem. It's your interpretation of it. Okay. Second thing is relationships over systems. My last couple of videos, I've been harping on this because, like, I just see beginners, man. They're always like trying to like focus on like their systems. If you ever stop in any SBDC or any kind of business incubator, the first thing they ask is going to be GTM or biz plan. GTN, go to market strategy. Okay. The reason why is because if you don't know how you're going to go to market, what does it matter if you have like the world's best like accounting software and a world's best accounting system? It doesn't matter. You're never going to be able to actually use them if you never can actually like get in front of enough people to make this stuff work. So that's why it's like number one, how are you going to go to them? So for me, I like using I like basically I do relationship marketing. Okay? How many people can I get to know me? Now, there's absolute value and there's consistently growing audience. Okay. So, two camps absolute value. That's like 20K people, for example, versus growth, 1K people per X time, right? We'll say X unit of time. A lot of people will think that it's about the absolute value of the 20,000 people and like that looks cool and everyone like likes how it looks, right? This person has 1 million subscribers. This person has 5,000 subscribers. The number I actually think has more importance is this number. The reason why is because most times there is a window of time with which a person is excited about something. So let's say, for example, let's say that you have been following, um, let's say that you've been following a certain car brand. We'll say like Mercedes. In a lot of cases, if you don't buy right away, and it's like, let's assume you can afford it. Let's assume that it's like a $1 Mercedes, $1 Mercedes Benz. Everyone can afford it. Generally, the times where you are the most likely to buy is the first 30 days or when you have a problem, right? Problems are cyclical. We'll say major pain event. Okay, so usually whenever there's a major pain event, that's where you're like, okay, maybe I should go back to that $1 Mercedes. Maybe I should go back to here. The problem with waiting for a pain event is that sometimes pain can go away permanently. away forever. So let's say that now this pain's gone away. So it doesn't matter if you had 1 million people here because there's no more pain. Versus if 2,000 people each month enter your world, you have 2,000 opportunities to get someone to want to work with you. You will have no problem getting to six figures a year. No problem. Okay. The reason why is because you only need 20 people to pay you 500 per month. That's it. That's it. It would take you 1 month, 1 month to reach 10K per month. The problem is, how do we get in front of that many people? Right? But that's the whole go-to-market strategy. So I like using LinkedIn. I like using Facebook. I like using partners. Right. So when I think of LinkedIn, LinkedIn's just a very it's not that any social media platform is better than one another, right? In actuality, what you're going to start noticing and seeing is that they will all kind of work more like in a triangle with one another. They're all going to basically like be interchangeable. Because one partner might send people to my LinkedIn, they might send leads directly to me. People on my LinkedIn might go find me on Facebook. People who are on my Facebook might go reach out to my partners, right? So everything kind of works interchangeably with one another. It's just which one do you really understand, right? Whichever one you naturally understand first is going to be the one that you start with. Now, for most people, that's Facebook. Now, if you already working on Facebook, cool. There's a lot of different ways you can use that. I prefer to teach people how to use LinkedIn because it's easier to conserve your time when you're doing LinkedIn because on LinkedIn you are able to see how much someone is making before you actually go speak to them. Okay. A lot of times what happens, like if you're on like a Facebook, is that you're like, it's so excited. You finally got a call book. Oh my gosh, this person wants to work for me. This person is cool. This is awesome. This is great. You get on the phone, they have no money. Like, and it's not that like, we're talking about like, poor people or anything like that. It's just that they don't have a spare $500 a month lying around they can give you because they don't really have a business set up yet, right? And like, it's again, it's not that people are bad that can't afford to pay your stuff. I'm not saying that. But sorry, I dropped my pen. It's not bad that they don't have the money. It's just if you are working a job and you are trying to grow a business, you might not have that much spare time or spare bandwidth. So every single moment that you have, you need to make it count, right? So every moment that I'm spending with someone that can't buy from me, I'm missing out on an opportunity that someone can buy from me. Now, there will come a time in your career to where you're making so much money to where it doesn't really matter, right? It's like, okay, I can spend my time with someone, like for me, for example, sometimes like for my mentorship program. And I recommend you, if you haven't already, book a call, see if I can help you inside of our mentorship program. Basically, everything we talk about in these videos is something I cover inside of a mentorship program, but I customize it directly to you to make sure you can actually go and get results from it. But like sometimes I'll have people that come and like ask for help in the mentorship program. Maybe they can't exactly afford like my stuff, right? So if that happens, in a lot of cases, if that happens, sometimes I'll talk to them in Messenger, I'll give them like some free guides, I'll give them some stuff. And it's because like I don't necessarily need every person I speak to buy from me. What I'm more focused on is how can I spread enough like positive energy throughout the space that I can keep getting paid forever, 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 right? Because just like how we talked about the 2K new people, right? I want to have 2,000 people for the next 10 years times 10 years. So 24K times 10 years equals 240,000 people. Crazy, right? Crazy, crazy, crazy. So let's say for every 2,000 people, I'll get, I don't know, we'll just say, just to keep it, we won't even go into that. It's not really important like how much money I'll make off that. But all that to say is that by learning to use these platforms and to build relationships and how to grow an audience, you never have to worry about money again. Now, when I say that, it's like worry about money. It's I'm not saying you're never gonna have to think about money again, right? Because you're gonna think about money, like how much am I making? Am I making more than what I want? But you're not gonna have to worry about it. Right. So one reason why I started my business because I never really wanted to be at the mercy of other like a single individual. I never wanted a boss who can just like one day just like get upset with me, be like, oh, you're fired. Or I don't think you're living up to the standard of our company, so you're fired. Okay. Instead, I would rather have control by being able to spread out the amount of people that are controlling, like how things go. So, for example, I like it that so YouTube to a certain degree kind of controls that, right? Facebook controls it, LinkedIn controls it. But even within there, I have, XYZ number of clients. So it's like if I lose one client, it's not a big deal. If I lose two clients, it's not a big deal. If Facebook shuts me down, it's not a big deal because I go over here. I gotta go over here, I can 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 go over here. Right? I'm so spread out that my risk is so diversified that I never have to worry about things not working. Like for case in point, Instagram shut down like one of my accounts last year. It was like, oh, I'm upset that I don't have an Instagram account, but did my income drop at all? No. It's because I was able to spread out very, very wide and kind of make things move really, really quickly. Okay. The third thing that you need to do to start a bookkeeping business is to buy skills. Okay. So when I say buying skills, I had this guy come on, just it was just like in passing at something my local event. I was like, he was trying to start like I think it was like a clothing business. And I was like, yeah, man, have you ever done like I know they have like online course about like, how to start like a clothing business, man. You ever do any of those? He goes, why would I invest in a course where I have a college degree on marketing? And I was like, in my mind, I was like, I don't know. I mean, you've been trying to start this clothing brand for the last 2 years and I've only sold two t-shirts. One was to your mom. So I mean, maybe you don't have the right skill sets, right? And like a college degree can be very, very misleading because in a lot of cases, a college degree is good. Don't get me wrong, a college degree can be very good, but the skill sets it takes to start an online business oftentimes are extremely specialized. I would almost think of like buying an online course as kind of like going to like trade school. Online course equals trade school, right? Because very specialized skills are needed. So, for example, right, what skills matter? Sales. If you don't know how to run a consultation call, if you don't know how to close, if you don't know how to build a rapport, if you don't know how to present what you have, if you don't know how to ask the right questions, if you don't know how to pre-handle objections, if you don't know how to post-handle objections, then it's really hard for you to be able to like make this stuff kind of work, right? So it's like you have to be able to buy those intermittent skill sets. Same thing when it comes to like marketing, right? So marketing, how to use social, we'll say social, how to partner, what to say, how to ID a target. And I know target sounds like a mean word. I'm just trying to shorthand so I don't have to like write a huge amount of thing rather than say like a potential client, okay? Advertising, paid versus unpaid. Unpaid. Yeah, lead magnets. There's just so many different things that you have to kind of like learn when it comes to like the online space. Like each one of these could be an hour long video on itself. Like, if you've seen some of my like videos, like even my LinkedIn thing alone, my LinkedIn video alone is like an hour and 20 minutes. I have like inside of like one of actually on this channel, if you look at all like the different like LinkedIn videos that I have, it's 8 hours worth of videos on LinkedIn. And that's also why I think like you should buy courses and stuff because you save time by paying. So what I mean by that is like, yes, you could go like I have 1,200 videos on this channel. Number one, you could go watch every single one of those 1,200 videos, and you'd probably be able to go and start getting clients. Like it, it's it's not that it's unlikely, it's just no one has time for that. You know what I mean? Like And it's not that I'm trying to like give you so many videos that it's like, oh, it's not helpful. It's just that I'm trying to have a very consistent presence. And when you've done this, like we've been having our YouTube channel up there since like 2022. So at the end of, 2024 right now. So that's like 2 years worth of video content. And I put out, anywhere between like 2 to 5 videos a week because I just want to share as much information as I possibly can, right? To get as much out there as I possibly can. So if you're paying for stuff like this, then I'm able to kind of be like, okay, well, you get to focus on this, 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 right? And you cut down that time, and not only the time it takes to learn information, but also time to use that information. Right? I was talking to one of my students yesterday, and she was utilizing LinkedIn, right? Because like before she joined my program, she had tried like some other program, and they were kind of teaching her how to do like some stuff here and there. And I told her within 5 seconds, hey, I know you have a lot of cool people that you like added as a result of this, but like do you know what percentage of them already have an accountant? She goes, no. How do you find that? I was like, oh, you turn on this filter. Also, do you know how much like revenue these guys are making on average? No. How do you do that? Oh, well, you go highlight here or you go click here. I was like, oh, wow, that would save me so much time because she kept talking to people and be like, I don't even have a business or, oh, my business is just getting started. I don't know if I necessarily need it. I already have an accountant. So it's like, just by me telling her two different things, it took me 5 minutes to even like know. It took me years to learn, but it took me 5 seconds to be able to share with you. She was able to go and grow even faster, right? So it just helps you like basically cut down all the mistakes and take as many shortcuts as possible while putting in the work. So even though you're taking a shortcut, the only shortcut you're really taking is on the mistakes. So you're basically going around mistakes so you don't have to hit those pitfalls. And that's why the time to go succeed is so much faster because you don't have to stop. You don't have to like go and like fix what went wrong. You don't have to go think about anything. It's just boom, I'm good, I'm good. Let's go, move, let's go, attack, here, move, forward, grow. And then you go hit your goals. If you want some help doing this, right, I'm here for you, right? We do have our mentorship program. We help people start and grow their business and make sure you know exactly what you need to be doing. Oh, wow, that's cool. It's like a laser pointer. Oh, that's cool. Start and grow your business. So if you want, book a call. Link in description. Below the video. So when I say that, when I say like link in description, you watch me probably on the video right here. It'll be like blah, 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 more. You click more, click, and then it'll expand. So it starts expanding and one hub. Boom. .com/, blah 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 blah. Long number. It'll be super long, right? Because I know exactly which video is like bringing booking the call. So if you want some help doing this, go ahead and book your call. I'd love to see if I can help you out. We do have a limit. We do only accept 10 people per month, right? So if you wait, you might have to wait an extra 30 or 60 days because we might be full, right? And it's not that I want you to like suffer for an extra 30, 60 days. It's just the people that are the most serious, that take advantage of this and that move forward as quickly as possible, those are the people I want to work with. I want to work with people who are excited to get help. I want to work with people that are excited to go hit their goals, that have a fire under their butt, that do what they need to do to go and reach their goals. Like those people that I'm excited for. Not the people where it's like, maybe I'm half in, maybe I'm half out. Because if you're in this, I'm in this with you. I'm sitting next to you. I'm calling you. I'm texting. I had a lady today. We had a one-on-one call schedule, and she wasn't like going. So I was like, hey, I called her on the phone like 3 times. Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? Where we at? Come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. And she's like, yeah, I wasn't kind of feeling it today. And we sat there for like 30 minutes. We kind of worked through like what are some like the mindset things she's struggling with? What are like some of the like, kind of feelings that she's feeling, how to overcome those on a consistent basis. So I'm like, I'm here. I told her, I was like, bro, I'm not gonna let you like, not be successful. You're paying me to do this. Let's go. And she's like, I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for holding me accountable, right? I want to make sure that you're gonna be successful. So if that's you, if you want to see if I can help you out, click the link, book your call. Okay, I will talk to you soon. Have a great rest of your day. Hopefully, I'll see you on the call. If you're not ready, it's okay too. I'll see you inside the next video. Take it easy. Talk to you soon. Have a good one.